Every so often comes a piece of content into Assetto Corsa that I think it's worthwhile paying attention to, and this is exactly the case with Mulholland Drive, which is this mod we're trying at the moment. It's a free roam. It's essentially based out of real roads in northern Los Angeles, very popular roads for drivers and for illegal racers as well. And this mod, it's, for me, one of the best modeled tracks or roads in Assetto Corsa, or free roams in Assetto Corsa. It has a level of detail for a road of this type, and it's actually quite a large mod, or quite a long mod. We're talking about the road that is 17 kilometers long, so 11 miles long, and it's detailed throughout. And it's very well detailed. It's not just peppered with things here and there. It's just really well detailed, has amazing views. And honestly, it's just a wonderful place to be on in terms of, you know, picking up a car, just going for a ride and get yourself some AI or some friends. It does have multiplayer capability, and, you know, just go around here and watch yourself in the traffic, which is really, really fun. The modder did recommend something in terms of settings. You should have this, of course, with a content shaders patch and with Sol and with grass effects, exactly because of the effects of grass you see on the side, so it gives you that more of a vibrancy and more lived-in feel. But he did recommend some settings for this, which are the ones that I'm currently using at the moment. In this case, using this at around 5 o'clock with Sol Haze, it will give you a more, according to him, a more LA feel with a little bit of smog in the air. So we can see the smog-ish effect at the horizon. And in terms of twisties, this is a really good track to be on. It's just such a nice drive with all of these corners. Really interesting long corners, and then you have small hairpins, fast corners, and they come in a succession of one after the other. So you always are on the groove of getting to your next corner, and they go around this really wonderful mountain or hill area, which gives you a tremendous views either to LA or to the LA Canyons part of LA, so northern LA. You can see, I think, Mount Wilson from a certain part of this track. And the succession of corners never ends. This should be something really interesting for drifting, I guess. If you are willing to drift 17 kilometers, that would be something really cool to do. I'm going to definitely recommend this track. However, there are a bit of a couple of downsides. Of course, you're going to have the performance downside. This is a huge track, and it's very well moduled, and you know, you have a lot of detail, so that's a given. I'm having around 130 FPS with all of these cars. One of the downsides, it's a slightly smaller one, is that it doesn't have, I think, a decent enough support for flood AI. Sometimes you see a car coming on your direction, but flood AI is not working as tracks like Shikoku and Nordschleife or even LA Canyons. So even though you start with AI, with the float AI going on, it's very sparse. You either have it with a lot of cars with you in front of you, or you're gonna just see one or the other every so often, very, very rarely. The other downside, it's something that it's going to be corrected, is that it doesn't have support for night lights yet. So it's gonna have a future update where you're gonna see, you know, a track that can be used during the evening with lights on the houses and on the roads and everywhere, instead of just being pitch black, which is something that happens at the moment. It's very likely that I'm going to use this road for a future car meet. If you want to participate in one of those car meets, check out our Discord. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see posts whenever I do it on YouTube. And here we are at the end of the road. Beautiful roads. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like, consider subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.